Okay. And just for a quick reminder for me, your character's name is Dukat or Dukat?
You get to go with Dukat. That's fine.
Dukat?
Because it's Dukat, so it makes more sense to be Dukat.
Dukat. Okay. Well, Dukat, it's been hot, and the morale of the crew is a little dreary at this point after the unsuccessful attempt of taking a ship. Um, they seem to have cut your anchoring ropes and get away, considering they were in a faster ship. Um, Morale of the crew is low because of the fact and supplies are running low, so they're thinking about making a restock over the next couple of days, if not tonight. A couple of the crewmates are working, and you are all working as a group doing your task at hand. Um, Captain, as ever, giving orders, and Captain Callus is this person named, who is a tiefling. First mate is a very large, and you've still never gotten this person's name, though you wouldn't call them a person. They seem to be some sort of giant ogre. You're not sure. But a comrade of yours, somebody of you actually grown fond of, and seems to have taken you under their wing, almost like they're looking over you. A man named Sully, who's a human, and seems to be very accepting. However, a lot of the crew are not necessarily accepting of you, dependent on your race. And Sully comes over and chimes in, asking you, "Are you doing okay?"
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I
Yeah,
wish it was darker out.
yeah. Sorry. Well, I guess we're making landfall soon. He says this as they're obviously pulling ropes, cleaning deck, and taking care of the wounded after the recent attack and failure of the attack. Um, I never, I've never seen the Devil's Fin take so many hits. It's rare that a ship gets away. Sully says. He's kind of waiting for your response, curious as to what you think of the matter. What?
Response, I was waiting. I do have a quick question, just so I know ahead of time. How many ship battles should we say I've been into, so I know?
Uh, Probably three, counting this failure. However, the most of this crew has been here longer than you have, including Sully, who's been here for numerous attempts. Now, Sully seems to be. Let me put this correctly. Sully seems to be very kind and helpful, but just like everybody else on the ship, they're up to no good, uh, robbing, thieving, and oftentimes murdering to take what's theirs. It's not a clean living, but these people have accepted the morals of their actions.
Back to your question, the way for my response is, yeah, um, hopefully everything goes better the next time around.
Yeah. Uh, Captain Callus starts yelling at the crew and giving orders to the first mate, and then the first mate gives orders down. It just passes down, chain of command. Um, However, the first mate, in this deep, I mean, just dark, growly voice, yells, "Landfall tonight!" That's all he says. And people nod and go about their day. um,
What would you say I normally do during on the ship?
um, Actually, roll a d4 for me.
That. Oh my. Sorry. A lot of dice. Trying to move stuff out of the way, and I landed not in a good spot. That was crooked. 2.
2. You haven't graduated from cleaning decks or anything just yet. You haven't gone to the sale work yet. So right now you're on cleaning duty, which includes cleaning up a lot of the debris and whatnot from cannon fire of the previous encounter.
So I guess I might as well make it useful here.
Hmm.
Start doing my duties.
And Sully gets back to work himself. Sully is higher up in the what you assume is the chain of command. He's on sale work. And as the day goes on, you guys eventually clean up the deck, make your way towards land. You're unsure where you're at. It seems that you don't know where you're at necessarily, but the captain seems to know where they're at. And they're heading to what seems to be nearest landfall so they can take refuge for the evening and perhaps restock. Coming down from the chain of command, this is not there's not an announcement, but there seems to be whispers about landing on the island of let me pronounce this for you. Alnyr, Aulnyr. Let me write that down myself. That is difficult to pronounce. Okay.
Look at that. I'll be like, I have no idea what this is.
Alnyr, the island of Alnyr. It's a port, typical trade and whatnot. However, there's a couple of inns and whatnot that accept stolen goods and trade in that. And
neutral base port.
Yes.
Okay.
That's their goal. Now, it's a couple hours away, and over the course of time, you guys have finished cleaning up. You're tolling up your injured and dead. Injured are taken down deck to on-hand medic. They don't have a cleric on board, just somebody who's capable of doing basic first aid. And the dead are cast at sea and left to sink. As now in the basic pirate tradition, typically the bodies are dropped via a chain and cannonball.
Oh.
Not as punishment, but there's some sort of superstition about it. You don't know. Actually, no. Make a history check for me. Actually,
something I was going to ask you that I want to try to be useful.
Okay.
As my how I'm always want to see if their doctor quotation marks. I'm not sure if you can see me, but the quotation marks I'm using to see if I could be able to help them as well.
Mm-hmm.
History. Oh, this is going to be fun. 9.
You don't know. You thought it had something to do with ghosts. Supposedly, if you dump a body deep enough in the ocean and tie it down, that it won't return as a ghost. Could be superstition. You're not 100% sure on that.
I will go to the medic up and like, would you like a hand? I know some about this stuff too.
Sorry, I'm texting. We need help, so I won't deny any help. Curious. He wants to know what you know.
Hold on. Oh, I'll respond to that guy later. Sorry, somebody messaged me. I thought it was my girl in the other room. Trying to be more useful on the ship so I could stay and all that. And I just learned by watching you, and I picked up a few things by watching. Okay. It's like I like to watch. If that makes any sense. That sounds so creepy. That sounds so creepy.
That's fine. honestly could use the help. There's several wounded, and he goes, "Fine, that's fine." And he points you over to the other side of the room. Hand me those bandages.
You want me to roll or anything?
Well, yeah, actually, roll a basic intelligence check. Do you know what bandages are?
I have medicine knowledge, but okay. Intelligence check.
Oh
So is
yeah,
this
I always forget medicine's a skill. That's never used. Roll a medicine check. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. That's the reason I asked because I looked at it like, hey, I'm actually not that bad at medicine.
No, I forgot medicine was a skill. I just never use it.
17.
17. Oh yeah, you have absolutely. You know what bandages are, and you bring it over to him. Start unraveling it and hand it to him. And he starts asking you for basic things around the room, but all they're doing is cleaning wounds and cuts and bruises and taking care of things. Over the course of the time, you actually watch him do some stitch work as well. Um, it is not clean. It is not clean stitching, and everything's sanitary as best as it can. They usually use alcohol of some kind, plentiful liquor. There's more liquor on this ship than there is anything else.
All right.
So they can definitely clean wounds, and he thanks you for your help. I really appreciate that. You did really well down there. I can put a good word in for you if you because I could use some help down here. It's not easy taking care of all these drunkards on my own.
Sure. Anything's better than scrubbing the deck?
Yeah, it gets you off that hot deck.
Yeah. A question. During when you say I'm doing all this work with the magic and stuff, would you say there's any shiny stuff I might be able to catch my eye?
Make a perception check for me.
And since I'm on the bottom of the ship, I'm assuming then the sunlight won't be affecting me.
No, it's dark down here. It's not real dark, but it's dark. There are lanterns.
Oh dear God, you motherfucker. 7.
7. Nothing you've noticed. Nothing real shiny. I mean, he's got some not rusty, but like dirty looking medical supplies, like sharp knives, things like that you might use to cut, but nothing that looks really nice.
I might have sticky hands, but moving on. Just go ahead.
This takes a while, and you hear like shouting from above, where you're at because you're down in the ship. You hear shouting from the other crewmates up above, and the doc. They just call him the doc. Says, "Why don't you go check that out? I can finish up here. Thank you, by the way."
No problem. Scurry off.
As you head up to the top of the deck, there seems to be movement. No, there's not panic or anything like that, but they are confused. There does seem to be confusion because there's land up ahead, but you're not supposed to make landfall for the next couple of hours. People are confused? Did we make great time? Well, they're just not sure. So people are, doing their sail work and their proper duties as we halt just offshore. Captain gives orders as best as the captain can, Captain Callus, and he says, "We need crews to make landfall. 3 men each boat, 5 boats. Go see what you find." No warning, no nothing, just barks orders at you, moves on.
I'll go.
A couple of people raise hands, and the first mate, who's that giant ogre, just starts grunting and pointing at people, and he does pick you as well, on top of Sully. Sully steps over to you. And he goes, once you ride with me. So, the ship turns, drops anchor, and then they start lowering lifeboats over the side. There's not many lifeboats on this, but there's enough that you guys can head to land. Um, Getting onto the boat and heading to land, it is actually nice weather out today. It's getting darker as it comes out, nearing sunset. This is, you hear whispers and whatnot of like unknown territory, uncharted. They're not sure what this piece of land is.
It's still sunlight out, or kind of getting darkish.
It's getting darkish.
Okay, so I won't be in disadvantage anymore.
No.
Okay. I will try to see if I could look around to figure out exactly to help out.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I was almost rolling a disadvantage. Hey, that's better. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking around, okay, with a dirty 20, looking around, you see this is tropical rainforest. It doesn't seem, there's buildings, there doesn't seem to be ports. There are rocky cliff faces, almost like a cave, like there could be a cave over near the rocky way of towards the far left end of this island. It seems to be, if you were to guess at your distance, maybe a mile or two wide at most. And just looking at it from left to right, it doesn't seem to be any inhabitants or anything at all. Just trees. Eventually, you guys do hit beachhead and land.
Right now? Sorry, I'm just looking at one thing real quick, trying to figure if I have this ability real quick. Nope, never mind. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
You guys, as you step out onto this, you hear in the distance, "Whoop-pa, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa." It's just to your left and to your right and in front of you. It's just teeming with tropical life, birds, things of that nature that you're hearing chirping in the forest.
So I recognize it as a bird.
Let's roll a history check for me. Let's see if you have any clue what that is. At advantage, at advantage, because forestry is your preferred terrain.
All right. I don't know why I already knew it was this. Hey, a 10.
At advantage?
I don't have any bonuses to history.
Okay. No. Yeah. Well, yeah. It'd be
A survival. That would be good.
Well, I'm going off the fact you're trying to remember what.
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of bird that is, but you know it's a bird. That's the best info you can give. Hey, those are birds.
Fair enough.
And Sully, that's what. Tell me what you say. Tell me what you say exactly based off that information.
So those are good birds or bad birds? We should be fine.
Sully chimes in. Yeah, birds. Thanks, Dukat. Anyway.
At least I say if they're good or bad. Hopefully they'll be good.
You guys step off the boat. A couple of the other crewmates start scouting out along with you and Sully, just kind of scouting the island. You're not necessarily looking for goods or anything like that. You're just scouting to make sure it's safe.
Well, if I am scouting, I will go to stealth mode.
Okay. You're stealthy. Roll a... Well, actually, if you're going with Sully thinks you guys should go... Honestly, you'd be in the middle boat, so the parties to your left and to your right would be going left or right. You could follow left or right and encourage Sully to go whichever direction, or you could go straight in, which is what he's thinking.
I was thinking the same sense. If it's a search party, it'd be best if you separate the search party to go into a wide forum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Sully, you guys move dead center into the forest. Now, it gets thick and dark. Um, the treetops in here are quite thick. However, there are beams of light shining through as though rays of God are coming down. And you do see, as you walk through, various birds, a lot of birds. Eventually, the birds kind of quiet down as you get near them and then perk back up as soon as you get by. Soleil chimes in. He goes, I don't know what we're scouting for. It seems uninhabited. Actually, for Soleil. Soleil's not very good at stealth. He's trying his best. So roll a stealth check for me.
Yes, that's what I thought I got. No, I was looking at the wrong one. Ah, balls. 8.
Actually, Soleil's doing pretty well compared to you.
I just re-rolled again, and guess what? It was a natural fucking 20. Go fuck myself.
um, as you guys push into the island, you hear various shouts from other group members across the island. However, it starts getting muffled because it is 1 to 2 miles, you're guessing, big. And so eventually you guys get separated. You're with Soleil still, but and you kind of hear just the birds and the life around you teeming with life. Eventually you do come to some bodies of water. You're not sure if it's natural or not. Like, not salt water. You're not sure if it's salt water or not. Soleil chimes in that it's most likely salt water or rainfall deposits. He's not sure. He doesn't see any rivers coming in, so it could be fresh water.
Survival. Wonder if I could use survival to determine if it's freshwater or not to help with the water supplies.
Go for it.
And since it's forest, I should get advantage, right?
It would be in forest, so you could have advantage on this. That's fine.
Hey, guess what? 22.
22. It is freshwater, but even freshwater, you're not sure how clean it is. It could just be teeming with deposits. But it is not salt water, and you are capable of probably filtering it and drinking it.
Freshwater. Not sure if anything how clean it is, but it is freshwater.
Mm-hmm. Sully says, well, that's a good thing. At least we have a source of water for this evening. And let me see, roll for this, actually. He points out, yeah, because he notices, goddamn, 19. Sully looks out across this body of water. It seems to be, let's say, like a 1 acre pond, almost like. And he points out where it starts getting jagged. And he says, do you see that? So I need you to roll a perception check for me.
4.
4?
4.
No, I don't see what.
No. Oh, you being sarcastic?
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. No, you don't. You have no idea. You can't see it.
No. I rolled a 24.
Oh, 24. Oh, yeah, you clear as day. He's pointing over towards some sort of like cave-like system. It seems to get jagged and then almost like mountainous towards the edge. And there seems to be a wide entrance. And you can actually see, because it's so wide of an entrance, you can actually see into it a little bit. The light shines through a little bit, and it looks like there's a structure just inside the mouth of this cave.
Finally, if it's not a habit, it was habit at one point of time. Let's see if we find any like fresh tracks or anything like that.
Okay. Make a survival check for me.
17.
17. You don't find any fresh tracks. You do find older tracks. There seems to be animals, so there's obviously animals on this, like animal tracks.
Determine, since it's forest, my favorite enemy is beast. So that's animals.
Yeah, deer. I would consider beast, deer, bears, things like that. Bovine creatures. all that.
Yeah. So can I determine if there's any like certain animals we should be wary of on this island?
Based off the tracks you're seeing, there might be an angry mongoose or something like that, but
Oh,
nothing,
okay. Okay.
nothing too crazy. Does seem that looking at the tracks, there's probably sources of meat. Um, Other than fishing, you could obviously fish. Um,
Well, we could get some food besides fish.
Sully agrees with you, and he goes, "But I'm no hunter."
Pretty decent.
Decent at hunting, you say?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at shooting with a bow.
Where'd you pick that up?
I like to watch. So I watch other people shoot things in battles, trying to be helpful so I don't get thrown out to sea.
Fair enough. Do you
I
think?
want to know how would I would explain how I'm good at shooting.
Well, I was kind of leaning into. Let's see, you because I can't build it all for you, so I'm kind of leaning into you too to build this
Okay, okay. I'm
character.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Um, I I picked up on a few things, and archery seems like the best thing for me. So I really like the bow.
Yeah. Can I? Is that bow like? Is that bow any good you're using? And he kind of looks at it, and it looks decent. It looks like a decent bow. Like it could definitely shoot an arrow, but nothing crazy. And he goes, "Can you actually shoot with that thing?"
Sure, you want me to try shooting something?
Yeah, actually, I do. And he says, "Shoot an arrow over there." And he points at that structure, whatever it is, in that cave. I'm kind of curious if we see any movement just from shooting an arrow over there.
1 second. Alrighty. 18.
18. Um, it's a decent shot. You shoot clean into the cave, and it hits whatever's in there. Looks like it struck a wall of some kind, and you can hear it right off the cave wall. You guys wait 5 minutes, 10. No movement. It's quiet.
Looks like it's clear.
Okay. Well, let's check it out.
Okay. Um, I do got a question. How the hell do I make this on D&D Beyond? How do you like lower the quantity of arrows you did since I just shot an arrow? I don't know how to do that.
You'd have to modify it. Let me look.
I could keep a mental note, and I could just go from that.
Okay. You shot one arrow. That works.
Yeah.
Um, as you guys move towards the cave entrance, are you guys still being stealthy?
Oh, yes. I definitely want to be fucking stealthy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for stealth, and I'll have Sully roll as well. Or do you want to roll advantage and roll or roll?
I don't get advantage with being in the forest.
Oh yeah, you're already at advantage, so I'll just roll for Sully. I forget about that.
Yeah.
Sully is not very good, but he's average.
I got a 25.
Okay, yeah. Sully is below average compared to what you're doing. So,
On the first attempt.
it seems as you guys get closer, it's almost bronze. It's like it's looks like somebody created a bronze temple of some kind inside this cave, just inside of it. It's like it's being protected by this rock structure. It is overgrown as well. There's vines and just basic shrubbery, and it's like the forestry is taking it back. However, this bronze has stood time. You don't know how long it's been there, but it looks old.
Interesting. Um, whatever. I'm gonna. Do you have any idea what type of people made this, Sully?
Sully's going to make an investigation check. Actually, Sully rolled pretty well.
I'll try to give him advantage if he doesn't have advantage.
Okay. Even better. Sully rolled a 19. Hang on, I'm looking up how much Sully knows.
A lot better than what I would have done. I'm glad I did that.
Where are they? Even with a 19, he doesn't know. Even with a 19, he does not know. He said, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with this stuff, and I have no idea what the hell this is.
Oh, I realized we messed up. I should not have rolled with advantage on stealth.
Okay.
Stealth, I looked at more because I was curious about that. By doing that, it does not affect stealth.
Okay.
Only thing it gives me with stealth is if I'm by myself, I travel at a normal pace stealthily.
Okay.
Not slow.
Gotcha. Okie. No worries. It's fine. As you guys start looking, there seems to be an entranceway. However, it's hard to tell because it's just so covered with brush. Not into the cave. Obviously, there's the cave entrance. I'm sorry, into the temple. I'm saying temple, not because it's a temple, but because it looks like a temple.
I'll try to look around on the ground to see if there's any foot traffic's been into the thing recently, or it's been abandoned for a while.
Okay, make a survival check for me.
Oh, that was a natural 20 with a total of 25.
Natural 20. There are webbed, like a duck's foot, webbed, but larger in size, footprints that look extremely old, like not prehistoric, but like what do you call it? Almost like artifact. There's a word for that. Darn it, fossilized, like fossilized footprints. Fossilized footprints. That's the word I was looking for.
And I'm assuming, based on these footprints, I wouldn't recognize the type of creature, since I'm assuming it's not beast.
Looking at that, that's nothing you've ever seen.
Okay, I was assuming so. I just had to ask.
Gotcha.
I'll point out to Sally looks like someone has been here, but it hasn't been here for some time.
He doesn't.
I'll point out.
He rolled a 9. Even pointing out to him, he's having a hard time seeing it, but he's like, okay, he's following along with you.
That's fair. Maybe we could find some shiny things in there. You want to go in?
Yeah, but we should be careful. I know we're supposed to scout the island, but that doesn't mean we should get ourselves killed.
This is very true.
So to get through there, you're going to have to cut away that shrubbery. Do you have anything in your inventory to do so?
Yes, I have a short sword and a dagger.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Am I stupid? Nope, I do have a dagger and a short sword. No, a dagger. My bad. Not a short sword. A dagger.
As you hack away and get in, you can start as you cut away the shrubbery. You can see light beams start kind of shining through the door. As you look inside, it's like it's not just bronze outside; it's bronze inside too. And you see almost like hieroglyphics written on the walls. And as you guys get through in there, it's like pictographs almost, but they're hard to tell because you don't understand the language. Like it just that it's nothing you've ever seen, nor Sully.
You have Solly, do you have any way to copy some of this down? Are you good with tracing?
I can try. Do you have a?
No.
He looks around. Do you have paper?
Uh, give me a second here.
Or at least he starts looking. He's gonna make a survival check.
I'll make a survival check too because I don't have any paper.
He rolled a 2, so he has no fucking clue. Not a 1.
Since we're technically in the cave, this technically not be advantage since we're in this cave system.
For what?
Or do I for the forest thing?
This is mostly forest taken over, so I'd still give you advantage.
Okay. 19.
19. You find some soot, almost like kind of like coal, like a dark dirt, and you can rub it, and it almost like inks your hands. So you kind of like rub it onto the hieroglyphic itself to get a more highlight of it, and using that same soot ink, you kind of write it onto your arm, kind of draw it out as best as you can. And Sully does the same thing. Maybe somebody on the ship knows.
We should get better positions. Promotions.
um, Looking around the room, you do see the hieroglyphics kind of go farther and farther in, and there seems to be like almost like a shrine at the end where it kind of forks out, and there seems to be like long extending hands, not necessarily hands, but actually you don't know what they are. They look almost like fingers sticking out. It looks, and it's all made of bronze. You're not sure if it's gold or bronze. You think it's bronze. There's no way this is gold. And at the base of the shrine, looks almost like a place where somebody would go to pray. At the base of it is a coffin. It almost, but in its grand nature, it looks like a sarcophagus.
Well, do you think this is a tomb of some sort?
That looks like a coffin to me.
Okay. Do you want to help me push?
I'm a little uncomfortable doing this, but I guess. All right. Which end do you want? You want the head or the feet?
Unless I choose the right side? Because I'm assuming I won't know which one is head and the foot. I'm just imagine a basic coffin. You won't be able to tell.
The right side would be the feet.
Okay. Is this a coffin like the basic coffin nowadays, or are you talking about the old day coffin, how it has the feet, I could get smaller to the feet and bigger where the head is?
Like you just described, the older days.
Oh, then I'll honestly, so I'm smaller, I will go for the feet because it'd be less resistance to push, since the other side probably should be heavier.
Yep. Okay. You guys go up. I need you both to make strength checks for me.
Roger that. So it's strength check, so it's whatever I roll plus my strength modifier.
Actually, well, we could just do athletics to make it easier for yourself.
Okay. Athletics. I'm somehow proficient with athletics. I did not know I wasn't proficient with it, but I'll take it. 21.
Sully's like, ah! And you just shove this son of a bitch clean off. And he's like shook, and he's like, wow. There is no body in this thing, but there is some like trinkets. It looks like this has been not necessarily robbed, but like it looks like nobody left anything. There's no body in here. There's various trinkets of some kind. Some are made of like decayed wood. I mean, like fossilized, decayed wood. And as you open it and the air hits it, you can just start seeing some things start to decay as the air hits it, like it's been separate in a vacuum. Um, but there is a piece that sticks out to you that isn't decaying like the rest, and it does look very shiny. It sticks out to you like the bronze around you, but this looks like gold. Like you've seen gold before. This looks like gold.
Has Sully noticed it yet?
Um, that's a 2. No.
Try to like act like I'm trying to look for things you think worthwhile and trying to sleight of hand get that out of there.
Okay. We'll make a performance check first to make it look like you're looking for things, and then make a sleight of hand. And he's going to make a perception check.
That'd be hilarious. Actually, not bad. 16.
Okay, he rolled a 12, so he doesn't notice. Doesn't think anything of it because you see anything? It looks all decayed.
I'm searching around, see if I can find anything good. Sleight of hand. Ah, poop. 9.
9. He goes, "Did you find something? What is it?" He believed your performance check, so it just looks like you found something. It didn't look like you were trying to hide it.
Okay. Can I use another sleight of hand technique? Would you allow that?
It would be a disadvantage because he's looking at you now.
I will risk it.
Okay.
Trying to pick up when I pick that up and try to pick up something else and try to like palm it to show him another thing, which I thought it was good, but you know that.
Okay. I'm going to roll a perception check for him.
That's totally understandable. Son of a whore. I should never done that. 7.
He rolled a 5.
Holy shit. I found this interesting piece of wood. Would you like it? A trinket, I should say, not wood.
He looks it over and it just looks like junk. I think this has been robbed. And you successfully slide in whatever this thing is into your pocket. However, as you slide in your pocket, it feels like it's sloshing around. Does that make sense? Like there's a liquid inside of it of some kind. Because as you walk or stand or turn, you can feel like the liquid sway back and forth.
Containers inside of there's some type of liquid inside of it.
Mm-hmm. That's
kind of like a what you call a flask.
Yes, but it seems to be like a gold, and you're pretty sure it's gold tube, and inside of it there's a liquid of some kind. You're not sure. There are Well, actually, you wouldn't have noticed because you were trying to get it out of there real quick, so you wouldn't have noticed yet. But he looks around some more and he goes, "This looks abandoned. Obviously, it's been robbed. I think we're okay."
We might as well abandon this and trying to continue on with our mission.
I mean, that works for me.
Can I do one quick investigation, make sure there's any like hidden compartments inside the thing?
Yeah, and Sully will do it with you.
Would that be investigation? I'm assuming.
Yeah, investigation. Ooh, Sully did really well. He rolled an 18.
I did a 12, so.
Sully does find an actual hidden compartment in one of the hieroglyphs on the wall. He's reaching out and kind of feeling them. And this is just by accident, and he kind of gets the feeling of one like it's sticking out too far, and he kind of pushes on it, and it gives way, and it slides to the left, and there is a bunch of fine jewelry in there. And he as it slides and like the dust comes off on the floor, he goes, "Score. Check this out."
That was when me run over. Sorry.
And run over and you look. There seems to be pearls, um, very, very, very old gold coins. Like, um, it has the same symbols on it as some of the hieroglyphics on the wall, which is odd because why would you put the same symbol on your currency as you would on the walls? Um, but there's old gold coins. They're very old. You don't know what they mean, but it's definitely gold. Bite into it. Yeah, that's gold. There's gems, and there's a very large red, deep blood red ruby in there as well.
Sorry. Um, I'm not sure about you. Do you want to give everything to this, or keep some of it for ourselves and give keep one or two things to ourselves and give the rest to the captain?
You mean keep like some of it we didn't find? Keep it down low? Is that what you mean?
What do you think of that? Because I know other people do it.
Hmm.
I've seen them.
I'm gonna roll a d20 for the morals of Sully.
That is fair.
If I roll over 10, he's going to be okay with it. If I roll under 10, he's not going to be okay with it, okay? That is an 11, so he's okay with it. He says, don't take too much, but yeah, go ahead. And he pockets a little bit himself. A couple of the gold coins. He says we should probably turn the ruby and the pearls in. Those are definitely not. Somebody might not realize gold coins. Somebody will notice that.
I'm assuming this ruby is like big,
Like,
my hand is hard to grip
yes,
around it.
Yes.
Yeah, this is probably too hard to hide. Yeah, good point. I'll do that. I'll follow Solly's lead.
Okay. He rips off a piece of his clothing and kind of wraps it into dumps it, everything else in there into a ball, wraps it up, and then puts it into his sack and says, "Well, I think we scouted. Perhaps we should head back."
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
As you guys start heading back, you actually start running into the other parties, and they claim they've seen various animals, good spots for fishing, good spots for hunting, campsites, even a place for the ship to dock. Not a dock itself, but come to port, land on the beach safely, and be able to push back out. You guys claim what you find, but you wait. I would say you have a choice in this matter, but honestly, you would probably make the right decision and the smart decision and not tell your crewmates what you found until you get to the captain and then present it to the captain. Does that make sense?
I was already thinking I'm not gonna trust these fucking assholes.
That's what I was, because they've been assholes to you, and I wouldn't think you would, but I just want to make sure. And they, one of the pirates comes, y'all gather around back where you landed on the beach, and pulls a black powder pistol out and shoots it clean into the air, and starts waving to the ship. Captain on board puts his spyglass away, basically, and starts heading to where they're directing to land. Eventually, the ship does come in and land. It's pretty much night now, and torches are lit walking along the beach back to the ship. And as you guys make your way back to the ship, it gets a little colder, and it looks like a fog is coming in off the open sea air, which doesn't make sense to you. That doesn't, like, it just seems odd, but that's what's happening. And you guys, I'll let you go about your business, see what you want to do.
We're on the ship now, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming me and Solly is I'm not sure we could talk to the captain. I'm not exactly can remember how that. We have to go through the first mate, then the captain to tell her what we find
Mm-hmm.
to for the jewels we found.
I think we should probably present it to the captain. I have been here for a lot longer than you, and well, I don't know his name. I just call him Grunt. Grunt seems not very friendly, and doesn't seem like he'd report your loyalty to the captain.
Oh, that was actually a question too. I wasn't asking Solly, but that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I was going to intend to do. Like, let's go to the captain to give him the stuff that we agreed upon giving to them.
Mm-hmm. As you guys start heading to the captain's quarters, you notice that other shipmates are doing their duties when they come to port. They're taking off equipment, like basically crates, to load up with supplies and then carry them back on. Once they're loaded, excuse me. They're not moving empty crates back onto the ship. So people are scouting around the island, making camp. The people scouting are looking basically for natural fruits and vegetables. Some are hunting, some are fishing, some are just looking for basic materials, cutting wood, anything they can find of use for the ship. And as you guys approach the captain, Grunt, I'm just going to call him, stands in your path. Ugh, the hell do you want?
Found a suspicious building to report to the captain about we found on the island. Might be some interest, maybe.
Why don't you tell me?
We found a ruins of brass, and I tell him how far the distance is. Since I am good with force, I'm assuming I could tell him the rough distance away from exactly where the point to where it will be on that.
And you didn't report this to any of your other crewmates? Why?
Because there's some writing right here. I show him the writing on my arm. That the captain might know more about this than the other people, since the captain's so smart and wise.
I'd say give me that, but since it's attached to you, why don't we go talk to the captain? He brings you along. He reaches out to grab you by the arm and like tug you like a child. Says, "Come." And slowly follows because he's got it written on his arm as well.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way to the captain's quarters, the captain seems to be looking at maps. It's Captain Callus seems to be. He is usually calm and collected and serious, but he seems sporadic, like he's lost because this island doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be here. It's not on any maps that he has, and I'm not telling you this out of character. He's yelling this like this doesn't make sense. Where the hell are we?
Excuse me, Captain.
What?
Me and Sally here, we found a brass structure inside the forest, and we found some writing, and there was some fossils, and there's some treasure we found in there. We want to give it to you directly, so and all that. I show the writing and explain what I saw into the ruins.
And then at that, she looks at the writing on your hands and I'm gonna make that. Captain Callus doesn't know what this is.
I explained about the fossils too of the giant web feet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll help.
Webbed feet. I don't know of any creatures that walk with webbed feet. You look down, and Captain Callus is a tiefling, so he has hooves, like horse hooves. And I've never seen webbed feet like that. I've seen them on ducks.
You say this kind of like a duck, like a humanoid duck, though.
Yes, that seems odd. And you said you found treasure as well? Well, show me.
Yes. I believe Sully has it, right?
Yeah, and Sully is reaching into his satchel and he pulls out this large, wrapped up piece of shirt, unravels it, and like this, obviously the old looking gold, but this like ruby, as we described, was large, kind of rolls onto the table. He goes, "Oh my gosh, where did you find this? Here?
Yeah, and that structure me and Sully found. We scouted it out and investigated it
Did you
for you.
did you find anything else?"
There was a sarcophagus type thing when we open it. There was some old trinkets that decayed. Think if that's the proper word. Yes.
Decayed. There wasn't
Like it was.
anything. There was a sarcophagus and there was nothing in it.
Yeah, it looked like something been there before, and we found this drill. Well, I mean, my bad. Sully found. We were investigating before we left, and he found a hidden compartment on the wall with all that was that hidden.
Interesting. He's gonna roll an insight check. Um, go ahead and roll a deception check because you would be lying about what you found in the sarcophagus.
Well, I wasn't lying. There were some trinkets in there that was decayed. As I'm saying, because technically they're both the same score. It doesn't matter which one I choose. So I rolled 10.
Okay.
-1, so 9.
Okay. Captain Callus goes, "I don't believe you. Did you find anything else in there?" He rolled a 12.
Yes. I'll take out the gold coins. I'm sorry, Captain. I like shiny things. I found one of the old gold coins. I took it out and gave it to him.
Sully does not chime in about the gold coins he has in his pocket.
I know. I'm trying to hint that as I took it because I like shiny things.
Okay. He goes, "Well, you definitely are a pirate. But thank you for being honest when I ask you. Anyway, thank you. This is a good find." And he waves at Grunt to move it to the treasure trove. But he, having done such a good thing and found such an incredible find, he takes the coins that you took, adds 10 more to it, and puts it back into your hand.
Dear Captain. Thank you. So wise and so generous.
Enough worshiping. Get back to work.
Captain, I love you.
Anyway.
Reacts to that.
You do actually say it?
Well, if I'm using that voice, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, that's just get back to work.
I scared her off.
As you and Sully head off, the night goes on unobstructed. Work is done. Campfires are made. Drinking and camaraderie seems to happen. Everything seems good because, honestly, the scouting party has gone well. People have found food, supplies for the ship, even sources of water to carry on board. And the time for rest and relaxation has come for the evening. So people are honestly drinking themselves silly on the beach. And Sully's, as ever, watching over you and keeping an eye on you and ask you, have you ever had alcohol? Say what?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
It's it's an acquired taste. Would you like to try some?
I love how I reached my paw right when he asked.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm assuming I got to roll a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Yes, go ahead and roll one. Um, what he hands you is a stout whiskey.
Not bad. 10.
10. You do fine. You do fine. It's one drink. Um, it's like a stout whiskey. It tastes like burnt wood. Um, it's one of the kegs that were taken from one of your successful piracy adventures. You guys obviously didn't pay for this. It's been stolen. um, uh, and slowly kind of comes and invites you to the fire. He kind of sits around a couple other people. He's trying to, for your understanding, he's trying to make others on the ship be welcoming of you, even though they're hard people. They're just rude, mean, awful thieves, killers, murderers. He's trying to get them to be welcoming of you. And he chimes in, everybody, because Sully's been there for a long time. He kind of almost commands respect, but not. Um, uh, Dukat did really well today, and I think you should all raise a toast to him. And he raises his own glass. And
Glass he got me. I drink it. I didn't. I don't have a cup. I'm assuming it's empty now, right?
Yeah, because you drank it.
I'll hold the empty glass. Hi. Hello.
A couple others raise their glass halfway, like half acid, and a couple others don't do it at all. But they're like, ugh. Now I'll throw back. He says, "Come sit by the fire. We'll talk."
By the fire.
Okay. As you sit down, he starts talking and asking questions, and the container in your pocket, the gold, whatever you found earlier, it's getting hot. It's like it's hot to the touch, and you can feel it on you. It's getting hot.
Or it's just getting really warm.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I asked, like if I could feel it getting warm, or it's like extremely hot, it's like it's about to burn.
You can feel it getting warm.
Excuse me, I got to use the restroom.
Hmm. And me too. And Grunt stands up and goes to take a piss with you.
Son of a bitch. I'll stand there like try to pee, but I'll wait till he's finished. I'm like, sorry, nervous bladder.
He's not nervous at all. He pulls out some giant ogre dick and takes a long steamy piss.
I pretty much just stand there with my cobalt one, waiting for him to go away.
He tucks it back into his pants, and then waddles back to the fire, obviously drinking heavily.
Oh yeah. Then I just put my back and just look around, make sure no one's paying attention to me. Kind of sneak off to investigate the thing in my pocket that's warming up.
Okay, make a perception check and make a stealth check.
All right, perception check is in with advantage since we are on the beach. Okay, yes,
that's what I thought. When I say beach, it's not a very big beach. It's very narrow.
Oh, dear. With perception, it's not bad. 14. With a stealth, oh dear, that bounced right out the tray. With stealth, it's at 18.
18. Nobody notices you. You feel confident that nobody saw you. As you pull out to investigate, it's really hot to the touch. It's almost like, oh, ow, this is kind of warm. And make an investigation check for me.
Be fun. Seven.
7. It's not complicated. It as you're messing with it and kind of turning it, it seems to rotate. Um, and eventually you kind of put on it and kind of give it a tug, and it comes apart. Not it doesn't break in half, but it's like the gold on the outside opens up and it reveals glass, clear glass, and inside the glass is this black goopy liquid. It's like almost like black mush with like a little bit of liquid inside. It's sealed in a glass vial. So for your understanding, I'm describing it to you. It's a glass vial encased with a gold covering. The gold covering comes apart to reveal the glass vial.
This might be stupid. I am rolling to see if I'm stupid enough to question this glass vial, which I can understand better. It kind of looks like I could open it, like uncork it and drink it or pour it.
No, it just seems to be sealed completely at both ends. Like it
Okay.
just. Do you know what a cylinder is?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, a glass cylinder with a gold coating to protect it.
I
I
was wondering.
I said coating. I meant
Hmm,
a case, a gold case to protect it.
yeah. I am not proficient in that, so I can't really do that. Hmm. Of course, I did not pick Detect Magic as a spell to cast. Hmm. Oh well. Um. Hmm. Very interesting. Then I'll try to put the casing back. Well, first I want to touch the glass and look it around and play with it a little bit and try to close it back up after I'm done.
Make a performance check for me.
Oh God, you're waiting for that. It's fine. Uh, uh, yes, what I thought. Oh dear, 0.
0. You rolled a 0 on a performance check?
I have -1 to performance, and I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. All right. You drop it. You drop it onto the ground, and it breaks. Um, the gold still seems intact. Excuse me. The gold's fine. It seems to be gold, but the glass breaks, and the black goop just lands on the ground. And like you saw with the other trinkets earlier, it just starts to decay, like it because the air finally hit it. But it sends it's as you're looking at it hit the ground because you can see in the dark, right? You have dark vision. You said.
I
Sorry.
have 60,
Okay,
60 feet.
you can see this clearly. It's like it sends out a shock wave, not like damaging or anything like that, like a woof, and you can just see it move through the ground. You remember the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Actually,
I'm rolling a d20 real quick and see if I'm be curious enough to touch it with my hand.
okay.
Yeah, I'll poke it with my finger.
Okay. It's just black goop. It smells
Hmm.
horrible. It's pungent.
I,
It really
I'll wipe it
stinks.
on the.
Wipe
I
it
wipe
on.
it on the ground.
Okay. Um,
Then I take the gold case and then just put it back in my pocket. I'm like,
um,
oh dear, hopefully that wasn't important.
uh,
Slowly trying to sneak away, like wasn't me.
as you let me explain this so you understand. It hitting the ground sent out this shock wave. It's like a huge vibration, and it went not just out into the land, but out into the ocean as well. And it sent like this woof, way out to God knows where. Um, just from the act of it touching the ground. You pick it back up with what remains, close it, and put it back in your pocket. So that's from my understanding, correct?
The glass vial and the glue was on the ground. I was just talking about the gold case itself.
You just want the gold case. Okay. And then you wipe it on the ground.
Well, like the black stickiness, I like trying to wipe it off my finger, even though I'm assuming the stench is still on my finger because.
Yeah. It's pungent, too. It's very pungent. As you head back to camp, there's still nothing is out of the ordinary. People didn't notice anything, even though that you clearly saw that shockwave go out and vibrate the ground like woof, and send it and run out into the ocean. But nobody noticed it. Most people here are drinking around the campfire. They aren't paying attention. So, I mean, okay, I would be exaggerating a little bit. Some people turn their head, not notice anything, thought they heard something, and then they go back to what they're doing. As the night goes on, Sully goes, God damn, that was a long piss. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I couldn't really piss next to people. I had to wait, and yeah, I think I want to call it an early night.
Okay. Well, are you sleeping on the ship, or are you going to sleep out here in the warm beach with us?
I prefer I'll be on the beach.
Okay.
I point in roughly the general direction I'm going to go, but I'm pointing next to a tree.
Okay. He goes, cool, fine with me. Do you want to drink anymore?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Suit yourself. You did well today, Dukat.
Sorry.
You're welcome. All right, get some sleep.
Love
I'll see you
you.
in the. I'll see you in the morning. I love you too. He's definitely conflicted about saying that, but he's okay.
It's not gay, man. It's his friendship.
A fatherly figure, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I will try to because I can still smell that pungent odor. I'm still trying to go to a tree, try to rest and into a tree, pretty much. Probably trying to wipe off for a bit, watch around, and just slowly probably fade off lest something happens.
Okay. Nothing happens. You do eventually get it off, what you think you get most everything off, and you do slowly eventually drift off to sleep. You do dream, however, and you find yourself in almost like you're walking through the clouds. These clouds are purple and deep violet, purple, red. It's a mixture of strange colors. In this dream, you seem to be walking towards something. It looks like a ship of some kind. You're not sure. It's like it's beckoning to you. It's calling to you. And this is a ship you've never seen before. It's strange. It's almost like the woods itself, forestry has taken over this, but it's not. It's like vines or maybe tentacles is growing on this ship. You can't tell, and it's wrapped all the way around it. It even goes up into the sails, like veins and organs, and it's almost like slimy looking at it. And it's like it's calling to you. And as you get closer and closer, you see are you talking? I can't tell.
Oh no, I am okay. Out of character, I know exactly what this shit. I have an idea exactly what this is.
Okay, give me your best guess.
Well, I don't know the proper name, but the base of the thing is mind flares.
The base of it?
Well, mind flares have a certain ship if you go through the thing, mind flayers are like an astral sea type entities that go through the astral sea on a ship that's like a living organism with
Yes.
tentacles and all that.
Yeah, that's true, but you don't know that that's what this is.
My character doesn't, but in my head as a player out of game, I'm thinking like, oh fuck, mind flayers. Oh shit,
Okay.
fuck me.
Well, hang on. Let me keep going.
You're fine. That's because I'm not trying to make a sound to it because I'm like, oh god, I'm just reacting to what I'm hearing. I'm just picturing what I'm imagining now.
As you get close to the ship that's calling to you, you can see 4 entities standing at the bow of the ship. So you're like looking at the front of it, and you can see 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and it's like as if like you're being forced to turn to your right. A pair of eyes, deep, dark, almost orange in color, just off to the side of the ship, just staring at you. You can hear it breathe.
Creepy staring, or do I feel like creeped out, or just calm?
You feel calm. You physically feel calm, but this is unnerving. It's like you're in a dream. You know when you under normal circumstances when you have a dream and it's like, well, I wouldn't be in a situation like this. This seems dangerous or this seems unnerving. I wouldn't be there. But it's like you can't get away from it. And you see these 4
Yeah.
entities standing on the ship staring down at you. Every single one of them are hooded. And
It's just one of those dreams. Can I react to stuff, or I can't? I just have to wait to play out.
just wait for it to play out. Sorry, I should have explained that.
I just want to make sure because I just wanted to make sure. That's okay. Go ahead.
And then there's these 2 deep eyes, like I explained, staring at you just to the side of the ship. And it looks like it's wrapped around it. Like as if a tail is wrapped around the ship. They're just deeply looking at you. You can hear it breathe and gargle and consume. Tell me what your intelligence is.
Lee, it's a 10.
You hear this pounding voice in your head. It's like it's coming from all directions. It's omnidirectional. You're not sure left or right, up or down, in you or out of you. And it says, after a long sniff, and there's a long pause, and it's like you're waiting reluctantly for it. It says, filth, scum. That's all it says. Mm. Not. It says something else too. I'm sorry, I should have said that. It says filth, scum, not. What would be the word? Not acceptable.
Heard a little freaking kobold. How dare you?
And you are pushed away from the ship. It's like you were thrown by a force back through the clouds and back through the mysterious world that you're in, and you land back into your body and you wake up. As you're waking up, you can hear. As you wake up, you can hear screaming.
Oh fuck!
And you hear gunfire, cannon fire even, and you hear shouting and yelling. As you look up, you can see through just the brush line that you went to hide in. Fire, enormous fire, and you can see an individual running towards you. Soleil's approaching you. He goes, "You need to get out of here. We need to get out of here." And he says, "Follow me." He yells at you.
What's going on?
We're being attacked by something. We're being attacked by something. I have no idea. And as he says this, you can see cannon fire coming almost like it's being arched down onto the top of the ship. It's like it's being almost like artillery would, but yet it's up in the air.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. Hmm. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here, Sully. Eh.
Um, he rushes you and himself, along with as many crewmates as he can, up into the lifeboats. And he says, "Everybody separate. We need as many chances as possible to get out of here." And he just starts shoving lifeboats off, including you, shoving and shoving and shoving. And he yells, "Good luck to everybody." You don't just he's just wishing everybody the best of luck, and he's trying to get everybody to safety. And then he hops in one himself, and they all start heading out. And you can watch as the ship is just absolutely fucking bombarded from a blinking set of lights. As cannon fires just hammering the ship.
Can I use perception to see what the ship looks like when I'm trying to get the fuck out of here?
Make a perception check for me.
In the daylight.
It is night, but this would be a disadvantage anyhow. So roll a normal roll.
I don't think I will get advantage. I think I have to roll disadvantage because I don't get advantage on perception, and I'm in the water now.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And I believe I only get a plus. Yes. 10.
10? You plus 10 or you rolled a 10?
I rolled a 5 plus 5, so it's 10.
10, you can see not much, actually. It seems whatever this is coming from is at a great distance. If you rolled higher, I would tell you, but you didn't. So, but as you guys are all pushed, it's like a bunch of ants scattered. Lifeboats push off random directions with the help of Sully and other crewmates. You are alone on your own boat. There are rows on sand, so you know how to row.
Yes.
And you can just start rowing, and you see people disappear into the dark, moving away from the land. As you guys get farther and farther out, you start losing track of everybody around you, and it's just darkness. And the light from the burning ship starts getting darker and darker and darker, and more distant as it fades away as you head out to open sea in the dark on this rowboat. You are alone. It is dark, and it is open water. And eventually, at a point, you can see that small flicker of light from what the ship was fading in the distance. You see an enormous explosion, far greater than anything you've ever seen. It's not even like cannon fire. It's like a bomb went off, like a detonated bomb, and and you can feel the shockwave even at the distance you're at. And it just encourages you to keep rowing and rowing until eventually you pass out.
I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Deep in unconsciousness of passing out, and just until you overexerted yourself, you don't dream this time. You wake up and you are in open water. It is daylight now. Sun is coming up through the night, and you are in open water.
If I remember correctly, I will use. Oh, that's going to be bad. I'm going to use a couple things real quick. I'm going to try to use perception to see if I can see any type of decent location I could spot or anything around me.
Yeah, go ahead, make a perception check.
Since it's sunlight, it's a bright out or cloudy at least.
The sun is coming up. It is getting bright, but it isn't quite there yet.
So daylight sensitivity activated or not?
I would say at this point, no, because it's not there yet.
All right.
It does appear to be cloudy too. Based on the sunshine, you can see that there's clouds overhead as well.
That's actually pretty nice. That is a 24 perception.
You see nothing in any direction.
Well, bonkers. I'm going to base up. Then now I'm going to use survival
Okay.
to figure out what's to be the best direction I should possibly go towards.
Okay. Make a survival check for me.
That is a 22.
22.
Oh, by the way, you did hear me about the perception. I rolled a 24.
Mm.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Off of 22, you know that they were. You were up near Gunderlin. You know that for sure. You know you were near Gunderlin when you initially attempted to attack that ship and not succeed. You never made it to. Man, how do you pronounce that? Ulnar? Ulnar? God damn, that is his name. You never made it to Ulnar. So you know that Gunderlin is north of you, but you're not 100% sure which way is north. Based off this star, there are still some stars in the sky. There's very few. It's getting dim. Based off that survival check, though, you can pick out what would be the North Star to you, what your best knowledge is. And that would be the way you think you should go.
I'll start rolling that distance.
Okay. Alrighty. Can we take a break for a second? I have to pee again. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I'll be right back. Sorry for the delay.
Oh, you're fine. I just realized something.
What?
I don't get a bonus. I don't get advantage against the terrain.
Like forest terrain?
Yes, it says when you make an intelligence or a wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill you're proficient in.
Okay, so you don't get advantage, but your proficiency bonus is doubled. That's really good.
I figured since you had time to wait, I could try to familiarize with the abilities I can and cannot do. So I'm not trying to.
No, it's fine. You learn it as you go.
Yeah. Well, they definitely changed the last time I played as a ranger or tried to.
Yeah, they've updated it a lot because a lot of people complained that the ranger was not very good. But honestly, with all the new updates and whatnot, I think the ranger is a really fun class.
The only thing I feel is lacking, like the higher level you go with ranger becomes. Ranger is good for like low to medium tier levels, but after that it becomes kind of not a good long game.
Yeah, I can see that. But
it's good for like 1 through 10. Looks like it's good for 1 through 10. After that, it becomes a little eh.
Okay. You ready to get back to it?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, based off your general direction of your understanding, you row and row and row and spend almost an entire day rowing. You're exhausted. How looking over the rowboat, there seems to be like satchels and packs, things. Sorting through, you find some various items. A lot of it's clothing, a couple of swords and daggers. You do find a couple of canteens. However, cracking them open and sniffing them, some of them are liquor, some of them are water. You don't necessarily find any food, though.
Say I have my pack 1 day ration.
Okay, you've got one. Okay, good, because you'll definitely need to eat something.
I do have a question. Can I first the clothing? Was there some type of cloak that I can make to cover me from mostly from the sunlight? Because I'll say I hate the sun.
Yeah, you can. Not necessarily a cloak, but you can fashion together some of the things you found out of these packs. Clothes, you could definitely fashion, especially with the daggers. You could fashion yourself a cloak, a makeshift cloak, if you'd like.
I can imagine this cloak's going to look like a known little thing, like gnome with a cloak over his head, but with my little mouth beak type thing where you call jaws kind of pokes out a little.
Okay. Which is very
But anyways,
possible because you've got the time and nothing else to do.
I want to try for the food thing. I was thinking about it. Since I do have a javelin, I was going to tie one of my ropes to it, trying to spearfish.
Okay. Make a survival check for me.
I know I just rolled a lot of these things. Okay, so let's go with this one. Come on, baby. Okay, that rolled out of the tray. Damn it, son of a bitch. That is a 23.
23. With that high of score, you are successful in spearfishing. However, in the middle of the ocean, it's quite difficult. You're in deep water. You are able to pull something in. I wouldn't know what you pull in, but you pull a fish in, let's say, and it's sufficient for a supply of food. However, you don't have any way to cook it that I can think of, unless you do. You could eat it raw. It's fish. You can eat raw fish.
Except that way, I do have a torch.
Yeah. If you have a torch, then you could definitely attempt to cook it. It's not going to be very tasty, but it'll be food.
Survive my day because I'm not sure how long I'll be on the rowboat for. So yeah.
Yeah. And after this finagling of catching a fish and attempting to cook it and eat it, you do feel better. Drinking whatever water you have on hand, it's enough energy to carry on. You continue rowing as the day glows longer and longer, and eventually it starts getting darker and darker again. Up until almost the point that you pass out again because you have to find land somehow. You have to, or you're doomed. You pass out rowing again. Waking up the next following morning after all the rowing and a deep, long sleep of just pure exhaustion, you can level up.
You could continue. I could do. I'm
Okay.
going to be multi.
Do your thing. I'll just keep narrating. The following morning, when you wake up, after long drifting and honestly following the currents that seem to be dragging you, you do wake up on land. Well, not you, but the boat itself, and you can feel the sun on your face. You can hear seagulls chirping. It's almost miraculous. You don't know where you are when you get up and do eventually look around. But it's different than you were. You're not on the same island.
I'm going towards that thing like no tomorrow. No. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Eventually, you do climb out of the boat and stand up and look around. And I'll wait for you at this point.
It's a magic spell. I got everything set. I already knew exactly what I'm going to pick. I just got to choose one additional spell. You're fine.
Okay. With you getting out of the boat and like almost being tired, you're not exhausted because you did have sleep, food, and water. But you are wore out. And looking around, I need you to make a perception check for me.
Assuming it's daylight.
It is daylight.
Like clear sunny day?
Clear sunny day, yes.
Okay, so perception. Oh my god, that is not a D20. That was a D10.
So I'm assuming you didn't roll very well.
On well, the D10 was a 10, but I'm like, wait a minute, that it looks a little big, but plus 13.
So 13 total. You see people.
Ah, at least I'm not gonna die in the water. Put my cloak up. I'll pull my cloak up and all that, and trying to sun myself and start walking to people, but stealthily to see if they seem hostile or like a friendly town.
Let me read this section. Sorry. Um, this does seem to be a harbor port town of some kind. As you walk closer and closer to people, they don't seem to notice you, nor care. Um, you see a mix of races. Eventually, as you keep walking in town, it becomes more like a port. And stepping out, it's like you're on the beach and you're climbing up. And eventually, you get overhead to where the port is, and you can see that this is a bustling town. Um, and you see long, big, heavy ships, vessels that have port. There's people going about their daily business of fishing, traveling, being general merchants, and uh, you don't see any pirate flags though. What you're used to seeing.
I'm assuming I have basic knowledge that I probably should not mention that I was on a pirate ship.
Yeah, that I wouldn't even make you roll for that. That would be common sense. Not a lot of people like pirates.
I just want to make sure how, because I am young and dumb.
Even though you're young and dumb, I would say that would come to you. I mean, if you want to roll for it, I'll let you.
No. I really don't want to roll because I'm assuming it's going to be intelligent based. I'm like, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's common sense with pirates because I would know if it's going to be a neutral base or a hostile zone. So yeah, it would be common knowledge.
Oops.
I guess. Oh, by the way, how much gold would you say I got?
Roll a D100.
Uh, Oh no, I'm going to use these two dice. 69.
69. You
Yes.
have a mix of money.
Okay.
Let's say you have equivalent to 69 platinum.
Type in platinum 69. That's it.
Yeah.
Make it easier.
Yeah.
All right.
To make it easier. However, you have a mix of copper, gold, and silver. More gold than anything, but equivalent to 69 platinum, which would be 690 gold, if I'm not mistaken.
It depends how you do it because some people like to do like every 10 gold piece equals a platinum, or they sometimes people do 100 gold piece equals a platinum.
I was doing 10 gold pieces. 10 gold equals 1 platinum. So
yeah,
equivalent
690
to gold pieces. And you can break that down to change as you will. Now, what are you doing? So let me ask you that. What are you doing? Having seen all this and these people bustling around, nobody seems to notice you, which seems odd. Usually people are mean to you or point and look or laugh, but this seems different. There's many different races here. Nobody seems to mind a damn thing.
Look at my screen. This is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm looking around, going, I guess I'll head to. I should go to the tavern. I guess I'll make it my way to the tavern and all that.
Okay.
Doing that little kid thing, like, what should I do?
Do you ask anybody for directions?
Yes, that's probably be a smart thing to do, actually.
Okay. Who do you
Excuse
ask?
me?
Oh, just a random person?
Hold on. Oh, the nicest looking person I could find.
Nice as dressed?
looking. No, nice looking as they're going to be friendly.
Okay. Um, make a. Let's go with a perception check.
At disadvantage. 18.
18. You find a friendly looking, I'd say, teenage girl, um, who's just minding her business and walking, and you grab her attention, and she seems very friendly. And she goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes. What race is she?
Human.
Human. Okay. Uh, excuse me, miss. What would be a good tavern? I just arrived here. What'd be a good place to like gain my land legs back?
She goes, "Well, I would go to the Dragon Turtle Inn."
You.
She she says it's down that way. It's probably a 2 mile hike. It's towards the other end of the dock um, where Good King Red Axe is. That's where his kingdom is. They call it a palace. I wouldn't call it that. It's not that nice, but it's down that way.
A couple more questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I'm not. I have memory problems. Where am I exactly again? I kind of forgot.
This is the island of Gunderlin.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. Um, Here you go. I give her 10 silver pieces.
She, she gladly takes it. She's like, "Oh my god, are you sure?"
You're really nice, friendly. Didn't look at me weird. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Just don't be showing all your money around here.
I only gave it to you because because it's you, nice, welcoming, and warm.
You're welcome. Just be careful.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Well, nice to meet you. Hopefully, I'll see you around. Dukat.
Nice to meet you, Dukat. Safe travels.
You too.
And she wanders off.
I love you.
A young-looking boy, as you start walking, a young-looking boy approaches you. Very young. Almost like shaved head, but not shaved. Very, very, very short cut. Hi.
Can I help you?
You're pretty neat looking.
I am looking around when he's coming up towards me.
Make a perception check for me.
Good question. I rolled a 10, and 10 silver equals 1 gold piece, right?
10 silver equals 1 gold piece, and then 10 gold equals 1 platinum. 10 copper equals 1 silver.
Roger that. I got it. I'm going to minus that gold now just to make sure I don't forget. Well, thank you.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Dukat. Dukat.
Hi,
I said that.
Hi, Dukat. I'm Ma.
Hey, Ma. Um, um, you, you want to hang out? I got nothing else to do.
Well, you look pretty neat. I've never seen anything like you. At least not in a long time. Sorry, I don't talk very much. This is different for me.
Oh, it's okay, Ma. I understand. This is all different for me too. I'm used to just being on a ship and not really going on to port like this, but I'm here now. About to head to what was the name of the inn again?
Dragon Turtle Inn.
I'm about to head towards Dragon Turtle Inn. You wanna come with me and hang out?
Well, I gotta go back to Dragon Turtle, but I've got some shopping to do.
Um,
Under orders. Do you want to come?
sure.
Okay. Um, how tall are you, by the way?
3 feet.
3 feet. You're actually a little shorter than he is. Just a little bit. Um, he goes, "What? Where are you from? Never. I just. I can't. I've never seen anything like you. At least not in a long time." Um,
I'm trying to do something here. I'm so sorry.
you're okay. He just keeps talking. Um, he goes, I was sent out to get supplies, food, and things, and I was given a whole bunch of money. And he just opens like a satchel full of money.
Dear.
Uh, and he goes,
um,
it's like a mix of copper and silver, maybe a few gold pieces, but it's a lot. And he's obviously buying a lot of supplies. Like, you've been on a pirate ship, you know how supplies work and how heavy they are and how much there is. So he's obviously ordering supplies for a ship or large party of some kind, but you don't know. He goes, I need help. I've never been here. Have you?
um, no, but I kind of know what you're looking for based on you're going back to going on a trip, right?
Yeah, or I think.
I think I can if you're going on a trip on sea, I can help you because I kind of know what you're looking for. Been on a ship for many years now.
Okay. I'm also looking to buy something for myself.
Oh,
I don't know if I can find it here though.
what are you kind of looking for?
I was looking to find. Well, I always like music. I was looking to find maybe an instrument, but I don't know what. Do you think you'd have
It's
anything like that here?
quick question, DM.
Yes.
I'm assuming, based on a pirate ship, I'm assuming I know some idea about instruments and all that.
Yes. In your time, you have seen a couple of musicians come and go. You have robbed a couple musicians.
Yeah.
You've seen several. You've seen a couple of lutes, flutes, and viols. Um,
All right. I'm going to roll a d4 since you gave me four options,
mhm.
and that's be the one I recommend to him.
Okay.
Let me know when you got an order in your head.
Okay. I've got it in my head.
A four. Wherever
Okay.
four is, that's what I recommend to him.
You would recommend to him a viol. Viol.
The veal, since I'm on the ship, sounds really nice and pleasant. It might suit your fancy.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Um, he
And
turns.
by the way, and kind of hide your money a bit. Don't show in the open.
Oh, I've been showing people all day. They're make a perception check for me.
Okay, yeah. As soon as he said, I'm like, oh dear. That's a 7.
You don't notice anything out of the normal.
All right.
He said, I've
Let's.
been showing people all day. I've just been looking for directions. I show them money and I say, I need things. And they point me where I need to go.
Okay. Um. Do I happen to see Sarah still?
Sarah's walking off in the distance. She's heading out to the beach where you had come from. You don't know why,
Oh,
but
here, Ma. Oh, he said his name is Ma, right? Or what did he say?
his name is Ma. He says his name is Ma.
Ma. Okay. Here, Ma. Follow me. I know this is a kind person up here. He can help us out really well.
Okay.
Oh, trying to like hustle towards Sarah. Is Sarah, or Sarah, Sarah? Oh, I can't say the fucking right now.
Sarah.
Sarah. Sarah, one more thing. I'm sorry to bug you.
Ma waves. He doesn't say anything. He just waves.
Wait for her to
Oh, I'm
Sarah.
sorry. I'm sorry. She goes. I was confused. Yes. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Um, since you helped me so much, I'm want to try to help this young boy right here, Ma. What would be a good store to buy some supplies for a trip?
Well, there's several shops around here. There's various merchants who sell food or how long of a trip?
I'm,
Ma,
s- I'm based. I'm assuming he's going to give me like some hand gestures.
yeah, Ma holds out 10 fingers like this. And he says, he kind of like whispers to you, kind of holds his hands to cover his mouth. He goes, days.
10 days. 10 days.
Well, it sounds like a long trip. You'd probably need food, water. Um, I'm assuming if it's a ship, you have a doctor on hand. I'm guessing you need maybe medical supplies. Do you have a list?
Oh,
Ma opens the sack full of money and just like in front of you and God, and like looks down, reaches, starts shuffling through coins, and pulls out a paper, and he holds it out.
I'll take the paper since I'm assuming I want to be doing the talking here.
Okay.
Yes, here's the list. Put that away. Put
Uh,
it out. Hide it.
he covers it back up. And the girl looks it over, and she, looking over this list, there's food or an acquirement of food, someplace that we can order from. There's obviously water, kegs of water. They're looking for kegs, whole casks, and things like that. There's alcohol, casks of alcohol. There is black powder. They're also looking for black powder. Various ship supplies that you'd find. And she goes, "Well, I'm." She starts pointing. If you head down the port towards Dragon Turtle Inn, um, they just off to your left and to your right. It's a port town. There's various merchants who sell almost everything you could need. You'll find damn near everything on this list. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, and what'd be a good he's also looking for a musical instrument.
Hmm.
What would be a good place to buy that one too for him?
There's a woman merchant just off the beaten path. So if you go halfway down the port, so she starts looking down the list, and she looks. There's a black powder merchant, and it's right next to a antiquity shop. And she says the name of the antiquity shop is Edith's. Um, Edith's might have something that you're looking for. They do sell to traveling everybody. They might have something on musical instruments.
Thank you so much. You're so helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. Good luck.
You're beautiful.
um, you turn back around, and Ma is transformed into a copy of you.
If you look at my screen, I was just looking dumb. I'm like, uh,
He looks you up and down. He goes, "Are we ready to go?"
and I know what he used, right?
Uh, you don't. He doesn't have.
Roger.
You don't know what he did, but he did something, and he goes, "I just like the way you look. I thought I would try it."
What did you do?
Oh, sorry. I I can
Don't
do.
mind.
I can change into things I like. I don't tell anybody.
That's
Sorry. I saw you and I got excited.
cool. Oh, oh,
Ma is a changeling.
I'm assuming.
Say what?
I'm assuming you're saying out of character.
Yeah, I'm saying that out of character. Ma is a changeling for your understanding. You don't know this unless you do off a history check, but just for you understanding, he can change at will. But he seems to only do it to things he likes or things that he hasn't tried before. He usually stays as him, but I'm using this as kind of like a boy to boy interaction. He got excited to see something new and different. He's like, I got to try that.
I didn't take any offense to this. I'm like, oh, this is really flattering. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try to roll a history check to see if I heard any racists that could do this.
Okay, make a history check for me.
Roger that. That will be a hell no.
That's no idea.
5.
He goes, oh, sorry. I like to try new things, and he turns back into himself. He
I don't take offense. You're the first one of the few people I met that actually doesn't mind this.
He says to you, and he seems nervous about this. He goes, sorry, I don't tell people that I can do that. It kind of scares people, and I got excited. You were new, and I had to try it.
Fine. No, you're fine. It's really cool, actually. I wish I could do it.
Sorry. Yeah. Let's. Can we go?
Yeah.
Can we go? See, I've got money,
yeah.
And he holds his money out. Okay.
We head towards where Sarah directed towards us.
Okay. As you guys start walking down the dock, you start going down Ma's list of supplies for the ship. You do come across. No, go ahead.
I'm actually assuming we're placing an order and they're going to deliver to where he needs to be delivered to.
Yes.
Okay. I was wanting to make sure because I was hoping he wasn't expecting us to carry all this with 2 little boys thinking, oh dear God, this is going to suck.
This is going to be the fun part. So, as you guys are walking down the port and there's various people doing daily business like that, money changing hands, trade orders going up. And you start going down Ma's list and ordering things. Eventually you get halfway down the port, you're halfway down the list. You're about to the black powder merchant. And along this way, you have been fighting the temptation of seeing shiny things, money changing hands, things of that nature. So in the instance of you seeing something as we walk, I'm going to leave that up to you.
If I see some really shiny, I'll try to sleight of hand that shit.
Make what? Well, okay. So first thing you see is definitely money changing hands because this is a port trade city. You see a couple people trading gold pieces and a couple of platinum pieces. Nice shiny stuff. Real clean money. Not like that dirty money you found back there in that bronze temple. So how are you going to try and take it? That's what I'm curious about. Ma is just following you. He's kind of watching you and seeing you, and he's just amazed at you.
Quick question. I'm assuming Ma, is he holding the bag or does he put it on his belt?
It's like tied to his belt, like a fanny pack almost.
Okay. Then I will because I'm assuming most people when they have their gold in their pouch of money, they have it on their side or their back. Grab it. Not him. Yeah. Other people.
Yes.
I guess I would try to, since I'm so small, I'm trying to stealth, sleight of hand, go yoink.
Okay. Make a simple. So what are you hiding or are you trying to blend in? If you're going to try and blend in, I'd say make a performance check. If you're trying to hide stealth.
Kind of stealthily going through the crowd since I'm assuming Ma is only barely taller than me.
Yeah, he's just barely taller than you.
Since you're so small, then I'm going to use stealthily to use my stealthily walk by people and steal it as I'm
Okay.
trying to make no sound.
Okay. Maw is following you. He's so infatuated unless you direct him otherwise.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Maw following you.
No, this is
Make a stealth check for me.
all right. A little bit. 9.
9. Let me see. Roll for this. Oh my freaking god! I rolled an 8.
Yes.
That's an 8 right there. Oh, focus. There we go. 8. So you are successful in stealing somebody's coin purse right off them and not noticing. Uh, it it's a little hefty. You're not sure how much is in there, but you just take it and kind of keep moving.
So now, since I'm going to tell you this now,
Okay.
it's not just gold that I'm addicted to. For shiny things, it could be trinkets, necklaces, rings, anything like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't always have to do money.
Gotcha. Hang on. I'm reading something.
I want to say at least the target I picked, it's not some young, nice looking person. It's like an average person who could be a dickish. I'm like, fuck you, mine.
Gotcha. What was your stealth check, by the way? Was it 9?
Yes.
Okay. Maul saw you with a 22.
Oh dear God, Maul.
He rolled high. He goes, "Why did you take that?"
Oh, I like shiny things. I just like shiny. It's so pretty. It sparkles.
Oh, okay. What are you going to do with it?
You know what? I'm gonna buy you your instrument with this.
Oh, I have money. He pulls it out again. He
He'll
just,
put it back.
uh,
No, this is for me saying how you treat me. I'm being nice to buy you something in return for showing me being a very really kind and gentle person.
oh, well, thank you. You're welcome. Can I try?
Sure, sure, but the
Okay.
rule is,
Okay.
but the rule is,
What's the rule?
people like us who's nice and friendly, who seems nice and friendly, no go, no no.
So people who seem nice, we don't do it to.
Yes,
Okay. What about the mean looking people? Can we do it to them?
you can, but you got to make sure your first, since your first attempt, let's go with a person who seems mean or who is rude.
Okay.
Let's not go for the mean ones yet, since this is going to be your first attempt. Let's go with somebody who's slightly rude.
Okay. Um,
I'm teaching them all bad habits.
he looks around. He looks around and he goes, "Hmm." And he's gonna make a perception check.
I want to help with this one too to help pick a target.
Okay. You want him to roll advantage, or you want to roll 2?
Let's see. Let's do individually. See how this does.
Okay. Ma rolled a 17.
Oh god, he's going to probably beat me. Yeah, he beat me no matter what. I got a 9.
He, like a little kid pointing out into a crowd, he goes, "That guy looks mean." And he kind of nudges you to get your attention and points you over there. There's a burly looking man controlling a fish market who's he seems to be haggling and almost kind of taking advantage. Like he's not being negotiable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Mm. I
Um,
have an idea.
what
Let's
is it?
play a game.
Okay.
I am the distraction, and when I'm distracting him, you take something shiny.
Okay. What should I take?
Anything that's shiny, anything that seems interesting.
Okay.
Not the fish. We could get the fish later. We could buy food. It's fine.
Okay.
Something like something shiny. Do you like shiny things?
Yeah, sure. Shiny things can do all sorts of things. We could get food with it. We could get music with it. Oh, let's get the
So
shiny thing.
Roger that. I'll try to what you call if the. I'm pretty much doing a lookout type thing with Maul.
Yeah.
So Maul noticed how I was being stealthy, right? When I took the first money.
Yes. Yes, he did.
All right, I'm assuming he's going to try to attempt the same thing. If not, I'll stress, try to use stealth and take it.
Okay. So you're going to make the distraction, and Ma's going to take the shiny thing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to roll a stealth check for Ma. He rolled a 14. So what's going to be your distraction?
Fish merchant guy, the seller,
Okay.
and do that typical like wild animal thing. Go to the thing, poke my head over the counter, and go like sniffing with my nose, trying to like about to lick one of the fish.
Gotcha. He goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
It just looks so delicious. Can I have a taste?
Why? What the hell is? Do you have money? As this is going on, you can see Ma behind him picking stuff up off the counter that's way too fucking big for him. Like he picks a sword up that's like tall as him, and he like holds it out to you. Like, is he doing something? Is this good?
I kind of like what you call look at Maul trying to get his idea. I'm like, um, uh, no, how much is it? Shaking my head.
Ma's gonna roll a basic intelligence check to see if he understands. Oh, you rolled well. That's a 16. He understands, and so he puts it back down. He starts moving to the next item, and he picks up.
Go ahead.
No, he starts moving over to the next item. He puts it down and like shakes his head, nodding to you, and walks over and like picks up the next item, which happens to be like a entire bag of jewelry of some kind, almost like cheap seashells.
Okay, then I'll get like 5 silver. I'm like, I have 5 silver. Can I get some fish?
Does not.
I shake my head. Yes.
Okay. He takes it and grabs it, wraps it around him, and just like runs off. Like ha 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 ha. You can tell he's really excited. You trade the 5 silver. He gives you that.
Alright. Is this cooked fish or just cold? Like needs to be cooked fish.
Cold.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Stop licking people's food.
Sorry, I was just hungry. Couldn't help it.
Ma comes up to you, like before you've even left the stand, and he goes, "Look what I got."
Bunch of shinies. All right.
It's just like a bag of seashells that somebody's like stringed together into like gaudy jewelry.
Cool.
And you guys start walking off, and he wraps one around his neck. He goes, "Do I look good? Do I look like a mean person, or do I look like a nice person? Or do I look like me?"
What was his? You want? Fuck. How would you describe this look on him?
It's like a pauper, poor little peasant wearing something that's too expensive for him. But it looks like something maybe a family member might have made for him because it's not real jewelry. It's like kind of like pretend.
It's like somebody who collected, who made a jewelry, handed to him, like, oh, here you go.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And I would notice his clothes were kind of
Frayed and
shrugged.
yes.
Hmm. It looks good on you. Um, I think we need to update your attire.
Okay.
So do I, as I look at my makeshift cloak. I need a better one of these.
Gotcha. I like your cloak.
Oh,
It's all
if
different
you want,
colors.
if you like, I can give you this, and when I get a new one, I give you this for free.
Okay.
Then we start heading towards the other black market part. Then I'm going to try to look for some kind of clothing shop as well.
Okay. You guys continue down your list of shopping, and you make some deals. You actually get some better deals at places than what was expected on the list. You do eventually find the Edith's Antiquities. Do you go inside?
Oh yes.
As you travel inside Edith's, there's a lot of there's antiquities, but there's a lot of junk almost. There is a couple of instruments. There's various odds and ends of like trinkets and small collectibles, like almost like you'd see at a tourist site. Um, and a older looking woman is standing at the desk. Can I help you?
Yes. By the way, when I came in, I will cast a spell. By the way,
Okay. What are you casting?
heck, magic.
Detect magic. You cast the spell successfully. Nobody notices or says anything about it. You don't detect any magic.
Or anything like that.
No, nothing sticks out. No
Okay.
magic, no magic items or anything like that.
Okay. Cool. Yes, my friend here, pointing out Ma,
Mm-hmm.
he's looking for a nice instrument and all that. And I believe what we say he was looking for again.
Viol.
Yeah, I
Um,
tell that to the shop.
she points at one on the wall. It's missing some strings. She goes, "I have strings to replace it, but that'll cost extra. They are new. I can have that for you there, and that and new string set for you. You'll need a bow. Let's see." And she starts digging through the back. She grabs. Here we go. It's dusty, and the hair's a little frayed. And she hands it to you, the strings, and grabs the viol off the wall. Ooh, this would be about, let's say, 5 gold pieces. Uh,
I'll look at Ma, see if he seems interested at all in this thing.
Ma's already digging through his coin purse, trying to count out money.
Mama, I told you I got this, buddy. I got this. I'm going to try to use persuasion.
Okay.
How about 4 gold pieces?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, this is going to be stupid. Natural 20 minus 1, so 19.
Okay. I'll still treat a natural 20 minus 1 as a natural 20. She goes, I suppose. I suppose. However, if you, I'll make you a counter offer. If you pay me the 5 gold, I'll put your strings on and tune it for you.
It still needs to be tuned. Fuck. Okay. How about a counter offer?
I'm listening.
Okay. I'm looking at in this shop. Anything
That interests you,
so
or
yeah, like any type. Okay, so this is like antiquity, so it's like kind of like vase and random stuff.
There's a lot of random stuff in here.
Any type of cloak or clothing by chance?
Yes, there is. They are secondhand, but you definitely can find a cloak in here. They're not ratty or torn, but they're they're excuse me, dingy, and you can tell they've been worn in secondhand, but they are in complete order. No tears or rips.
All right. So,
There's a couple of
hey,
different
Ma.
colors too.
All right. And any clothes that might fit Ma?
There's she doesn't really deal in children's clothing. She says, I don't think I have anything in his size. However, I'm willing to sell anything, and we can. Well, honestly, I don't know of anybody who does stitch work around here. I'm sorry, I can't really help you in that department.
I still work on the cloak. Is it good or a half-ass?
It's on the cloak. It's half-assed because you worked with what you had. You could try and probably do better with better material.
Okay. I guess 5 gold plus I point out to like an average looking cloak, nothing fancy. So it's like either between a dark brown or a green or black,
She has
whatever's fine.
green, red, and brown.
I'll choose forest green.
Green, okay, yeah. I can do that. So
Or
veal, strings, tuning, putting the strings on, plus the cloak for 5 gold. Okay. And she does all that for you. She grabs the cloak, shakes the dust off of it because it's an antiquity shop, lays it on the counter, lays the veal on the counter with the bow, starts putting the strings on along with the bridge, and eventually tunes it and hands it over. As she's tuning it, she's like, ooh, that C's out of tune. Turns it.
I don't know much in magical instruments at this point, so I'm like, okay. Oh, by the way, if you don't mind talking and working at the same time,
Sure.
what'd be a decent clothing shop for my friend here?
This sells his size of clothing? Oof. Hmm. Oh, there's a odds and ends store 2 blocks over. It's off the beaten path, but it's ran by a gnome, and a gnome would be about his size as well as yours. They might have some clothes.
You?
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's. Since I got the cloak, I'll hand over Ma my cloak.
He puts it on, no questions asked. It's definitely actually be just his size because he's a little bigger than you, so it works out great.
Later, Ma, if you want, I could try to make it so better, so it's actually more sturdier.
Well, thank you.
No guarantee it will be perfect, but I could try next time we have a chance to, like, when we get to the end and all that.
Oh, I appreciate that. She hands over the veal to Maul. He takes it, plucks it, and he's really happy about it. As Maul plucks the string on the veal, a couple of the windows in the store crack.
Uh,
They don't break or shatter; they crack. She goes, "Oh goodness gracious! The heck was that?"
no. Bye. Push,
Okay.
push them out the door.
Um,
I'm assuming I have knowledge enough. Like, oh dear, he did something. Let's go before we have to pay for the shit. Let's
yes,
go.
yes.
Let's go.
As you push Maul outside, he goes, "I got one."
What did he say?
He says, "I got one," and he's like looking on his clothing. I need something to strap it to me. Oh, like a backpack, but an instrument. What'd you call it again?
It's called.
VIOL. Veal.
No, I was asking. That's what his question was.
Yes, he's trying to get
Yeah.
your reassurance that that's a veal.
Yes, for the VO. Yes, we could do that. The next place you directed towards. We haven't stopped at the gunpowder place, right?
No, not yet.
After we get done with this, we could head towards that shop that she recommends for that odds and end place, and we could probably find a strap for you and all that there too.
Oh, I like that. Oh, this is great. And he starts
Maybe better.
he's plucking away at it. He doesn't understand that the bow's supposed to be used, so he's just plucking away at it, and he just can't. He's infatuated with it. Eventually, he starts understanding that the bow crosses it and makes the
I was
sound.
gonna say, after I noticed, I was going to recommend like you're supposed to use the bow thing to on the thing.
Mm-hmm. As he's like playing it, as he starts walking through town, and you guys start heading the Black Powder Merchant, strange things start to happen. Um, like random events, like gusts of wind knocking things over. Odd sounds.
Ooh.
You're unsure.
Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. I am checking how long does detect magic last. 10 minutes. Has it been 10 minutes since we've been in the store?
No. It has not been 10 minutes. You are not detecting any magic from the instrument itself. You're detecting it from Maw.
I would assume I know about bards, right?
Maybe you've met some. You've never, never worked with them or lived with them or whatever, but you've met them a couple of times.
I understand. So, what did you say? I have knowledge of exactly what he's doing.
A little bit. You have some knowledge of magic with your capabilities as a ranger. Even though it's limited,
Yeah.
you understand what magic is. He seems to be performing some magic, and he doesn't understand what he's doing. He doesn't know it.
Okay. Oh. You got some magic on abilities with you.
What's that?
I try to explain this little random stuff that like when he plays something, I try to point out when a magic effect happens and all that.
Mm-hmm. He starts playing. It sounds terrible, but things do happen as he plays it, and he notices it. And he goes, "Whoa! Did I do that? Was that me?
Yeah, I believe so.
I better be careful."
Yeah.
I
I say if next like when you get a chance, go to an open area and try this out to learn how to control it.
okay.
Yes, control it.
I'll have to do that. Oh, I need a strap though. I want to make it like a backpack and strap it to me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be heading there soon.
Okay.
Ma.
All right. Black powder.
Uh,
Black powder.
Yes. Let's try not to play in stores for now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you get the better control of all of this.
He is. I mean, seriously, he's so excited to have this thing, and you can just tell. You are young, but Ma is definitely younger than you, so you would be classified as kind of like a teenager almost, or like a almost just before teenager. And
oh no, I was gonna say I'm about to be reach of adulthood.
That would still be a teenager, correct?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Technically, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I was trying to be technical. My bad.
My thought process is like 12 or 13 years old. That was my thinking.
Oh, I'm more like, would you say about 16 to 17?
That works for me. Ma's like 8 or 9.
That's right.
He's just really excited. And as you guys continue on your journey, and eventually you do buy your goods at the Black Powder Merchant, you do get a decent deal on that. Do supply and demand. They have a lot of supply. And eventually you do go off the beaten path towards the gnome shop, though you never got a name of it.
I never asked the name. Go ahead.
You do think you find it. You don't know the name of it. There's a bunch of shops around here, but you're just kind of peeking in windows and looking at who is a gnome. Have you ever seen a gnome?
Well, gnomes are not uncommon. Some when we just roll a d20 and
Yeah, let's see if you've seen a gnome before.
all right. What am I adding, or you just want me to tell you a number and you make a choice?
Just a number, and I'll make a choice. Let's say above, since they're common, above 5, you've seen them. Below 5, you don't remember.
12.
You've seen them before. You do eventually.
At least that helps.
Yeah, you do eventually find one, a gnome, at a shop. Let me write this down. Oh. The shop name is Freddy's. Just Freddy, like Freddy's shop.
I'm like, not in character. I'm just thinking in my head, like, oh dear.
Not Freddy.
Just think of Freddy's.
Not Freddy.
No, I'm thinking of Freddy's. I'm thinking of that weird like bear horror game that came popular a couple years ago. Freddy's Nights.
Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Freddy's is a. Yeah. He seems to be a rock gnome. At least from your best guess. He has very dark skin. And he's welcoming. He's got that very, not deep voice, but almost kind of higher pitch. Not as high as yours, but a little higher. And he says, "Welcome. What can I do for you?"
Yes. We're looking for a few things actually. First, do you happen to have a strap for this nice instrument right here? And I want to say, viol.
Viol. So
I was right the first time.
A viol is like the grandparent to a violin or a cello or a double bass.
Okay, yeah.
I could just say violin if that makes it easier.
No, I'm going to try to remember this, but okay. I'm going to go to violin if I can't remember the name. Okay. Do you have a strap for this viol right here, by chance?
I have a belt that would work just fine. We could strap it to it. Sure.
Oh, go find a belt you like for it.
Ma runs over excitedly, starts looking at the colors, noticing that all of them are like black or brown. But even though they're all like similar colors and very close in design, he takes so much fucking time to pick one out, just the one he likes. And he grabs one. He goes, "I want this one." And he goes, "Oh, that's a silver. One silver piece. It's yours."
I didn't say this is your option, so you got to pay for it with the money you have.
Ma like just reaches out into his bag, and he doesn't even count it. He just throws it on the counter, and he's like, "Here." He obviously threw like 5 copper, and not 5 copper, 5 silver. He threw way too much. He's like, "Here you go."
So part of this thing, we need some clothes for him too. So let's add that into that.
Okay. Freddy's like, yeah, I'm sure I have some old clothes around here. He goes into the back, pulls out a suitcase, like an old luggage suitcase, blows the dust off it, flips it up. This is obviously his goddamn clothes. And he just starts digging through.
Nothing torn, make it look pretty nice.
Nothing torn, nice, sure. And he starts digging through. He goes, "I think I went to a funeral in this." Rocks it around the corner. There's a buttoned up shirt. It's green. It is a green button up shirt. And he goes, "I think this might be your size." And
what do you think? Does that look good, Ma?
I like it. I like the green. And he goes, "Well, I got some pants back here. They're definitely worn down. I used to work in them, and they're just black pants." And hands those. And what about shoes? Do you need new shoes? And you look down at Moss' feet, and he's wearing wrappings around his feet, like cloth wrappings. What'd you say, Michael?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He goes, let me look through. He pulls out almost like a makeshift pair of sandals, that will strap on your feet.
That's what he has.
Um, so he hands them and he goes, "Oh, these are incredible. How much?" And Freddie goes, "Well, I mean, I really just need to get rid of them, but I'll tell you what. Let's say 2 silver for all of it."
All right. How about this? The 5 silver he has on it, plus that strapless wand, plus the 2 silver for each, or all of it together.
2 silver for all of it together.
All right, so there's 3, and you take a $2 silver tip.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Ma is stripping down naked and putting these clothes on right now. Uh,
Um,
he's having trouble with the buttons on the shirt, but he eventually gets it.
I'm just shaking my head like, oh, could have been okay, sure. It's
uh,
a little too late now, so I'm like, oh, okay.
he definitely doesn't understand, but he's trying and he's excited. He puts it on. This is great. What else have you got? And Freddie, well, I do sell a little bit of odds and ends. This is more of a pawn shop, if you will. Uh,
Hold on. I'll cast Detect Magic and see if there's any magical things that might be interested to me.
okay. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Roger that. Uh, uh,
I'm actually going to use a random magic item generator.
9.
Alrighty. 9, you said?
Yes.
Items. He hands over. He goes, "Well, I don't have much in here, but he kind of points around the shop. You do detect magic, and you walk over to this pebble. He has a pebble that is probably the size of a quarter, and it's not flat like a quarter, but it's about the width of a quarter." And he goes, "Oh, that's an interesting one. I kind of found on the beach one day." And you pick it up, and you almost can't pick it up because it's so heavy. And he goes, "I never understood it. It's so small yet it's so heavy." And it weighs about 20 pounds. But it's the size of a pebble. That is all it is. It is a magic rock that weighs 20 pounds, but it's the size of a pebble. He said, "I'd be willing to let that go for another silver piece." I thought it was neat.
Good question. Would you say it's shiny?
It's polished. It's definitely polished.
Uh, um, would you say what school of magic would this be?
Let me read that for you.
Yep, I would learn what school of magic.
You would learn what school of magic, but to be honest, Michael, I don't know off the top of my head. That's a random item generator. I don't know what it is.
So you just so basically, did you tell me what the rock does? It just makes it heavier.
Yes, that's all it does. That's genuinely all it does.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not in D&D
Fuck.
Beyond or anything like that. You can add it to your
Okay,
inventory if you want it, though.
sure, I'll pay a silver for it.
Okay. You have a magic rock that weighs 20 pounds, though it is the size of a pebble. That is the only thing it does.
All right. Wake somebody, but I'll take it.
You could toss it to somebody and fuck with people. Hey, catch this.
Oh, oh, trust me, I have plans for this now. All right. Anything you find interesting, Maul?
Mom's looking
We should,
around. Uh, no, I don't think so. I think I'm good. He's got a new instrument, a bow, new clothes, and a seashell necklace. He is giddy as a schoolboy. He has got everything he wants.
All right. There's more on the list we got to go through, right?
Yeah, you're almost done. You're about 3/4 of the way through it.
All right. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Freddie says, "Well, have a good day. Please come back sometime." And
Okay. Oh, Freddie,
yeah,
would you like this fish? It's free.
I'm not a fish merchant. We can't pawn fish here, but thank you.
No, 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 for your dinner for free.
Um, where'd you get it?
A fish vendor seller.
He reaches out and takes it, and I thanks. It's a little unorthodox, but I'm sure I can find a use for this. Thank you. And he lays it on a stack of papers, like right there on the counter. He's like, "Thank you." Aware, Freddie is just a general merchant, but he seems to be aware that he's dealing with two very young individuals.
I'm assuming so.
Anyway, as you guys head outside and continue on your list, is there anything else you want to do before you finish the list? Are you tempted to take any more shiny things or anything like that?
I'll roll a d20 real quick.
Okay.
15 or higher, then I'll try to take a shiny thing.
Okay.
Son of a bitch, 18.
18. There is a vendor trading in silverware that is actually made of silver, so it's like fine silverware. And they have it in a lock case where they open it to people who are interested, and they pick out their silverware. That really catches your eye. However, it is, being you, it is bigger and bulkier than something you've taken before. It's not small and can put in a pocket. It's about the size of a shoebox.
Like only one box or multiple boxes?
One box.
Okay. So in this case, I'll try to do something this, since I know it's bigger and bulkier. So if I'm watching people, are they picking one out or are they just taking one and buying it?
The vendor's only showing it to people who are interested in it, and he's selling it as a whole set.
When he puts it down, is he putting it right in front of him or to the side of him?
Right in front of him. Oh, no. Oh, I thought you meant to show the customers. No, he puts it to the side of them. This is not. This is an outdoor vendor. This is not an actual storefront. Just FYI.
Yeah. Okay. First, I want to use perception to look around.
Okay.
To see if I attempt this, is there anyone like town guards or guards?
Go ahead. Actually, Ma will help you on this because he knows the name of the game now. Ma rolled. Holy shit! Ma rolled high. Ma rolled a 22. Ma says he doesn't see anything.
17. So, yeah. How can I play this? Oh,
I'm gonna keep rolling these dice. I'm rolling really well with these dice.
Hell yeah! Hey, Mom. Okay, I have an idea.
What is it?
I see something interesting. So, now it's my turn. You think you could be a good distraction?
Sure. I can play music.
Okay, sure. First, let's do this. Let's get out of sight for a second. Use your ability to change yourself, and I'll use my ability to change myself.
Okay, what are we changing into?
Something no one can spot you to recognize you. So,
okay, well I can only get a little taller or a little shorter. I could do like a halfling.
Okay, sure. Let's do a halfling.
Okay.
I'll pick a random. I'll look for a random person walking by, like something around a couple feet taller than me.
Okay, Ma just shapeshifts right there into a halfling.
Oh, that's so cool. Because I've noticed he's not using.
He's not using magic that you noticed.
Yeah. Yes. So I know he's not using disguise self, what I'm about to use.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cast disguise self and change into an average looking dwarf.
Okay. You are an average looking dwarf. Ma is an average looking halfling. And Ma starts speaking in what you think is halfling. You don't know halfling, but you've heard halfling before and you can pick out. Are you speaking halfling? And Ma goes, oh, sorry, I can do that.
Oh, damn, you're good with languages. You know many languages, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just something I picked up on. Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
This halfling says to you, Don't don't tell anybody I can do this. Some people don't like it and they get scared. I don't want to scare anybody.
I raise my fist up for a fist bump.
He he doesn't know what to do, so he kind of like just kind of touches your fist with his fist, and that's it.
Yeah, fist bump. Deal. Promise.
Okay.
Just distract him, get his eyes away from where he puts that box. Go to the opposite side and make him work the other way.
Okay. He goes out. He goes, okay, I'll play my music.
Before you go, kind of pay attention when I give you when you see me sneak away in the performance, and we run a view around this corner right here.
Okay. So he goes out in front of the stand and he starts pulling out his veal and he just starts dragging the bow across it. And strange things start to happen. Um, just like before, gusts of wind, strange sounds, uh, vibrations in the ground. Um, he doesn't sing anything, but he just starts playing, and it's distracting to the point where people are looking, and they're not looking like because they're entertained, they're looking because they're concerned.
All right. So for stealth, I am going to roll. I want to wait till the guy looks. Wait, is the vendor looking away?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay. I'm assuming the box is to the side of him, right?
yes.
I'm going to roll a stealth check to see if I can sneakily get to it and take it.
He will make a perception check, but at disadvantage.
All right. Dirty 20.
He rolled an 11, so he does not notice.
Take it. And start looking away, trying to wait for I could see Maul
Mm-hmm.
looking at me and getting the signal like, let's go, let's go.
He goes, okay, and he shrinks that bow across the strings, and the effects of thunderclap happen and shoot out across the lobby of all these people, and throws cart vendors and shit on the side.
Oh, fuck.
He's like looking around dumbfounded. And he's, oh no! You wave. Oh, you wave. And he just kind of wanders, like people got knocked over, like he wasn't trying to, and he starts falling. What did I do?
Let's go. As soon as we get around this corner, nobody's looking. Let's drop this stuff and change it back to normal.
Okay, all right.
As I'm trying to stuff this stuff in my backpack, this case.
Okay. As you guys stuff around corner, both of you make stealth checks for me. Maul rolled a 15.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You both think you're stealthy, but as you transform back into yourselves and you drop disguise self, you're not going to be noticed. People are looking for something different. However, Ma's veal, I'm just going to say violin, is noticeable. So people will be looking for that. So you're thinking that maybe you should not be on that main street.
Um, can I suggest something to him?
Yeah, yeah. What did,
Um,
what did I do?
oh,
I didn't mean to.
it's okay. It's okay. No one got hurt. It's that one just got. That's fine. Um, we just gotta have you practice more on your stuff when around no one, so you can get more control of your magic. It's fine. It happens. It's okay.
Okay.
Um, um, I know you're proud of your. Fuck, hold on.
VIOL. I seriously can say violin if that makes it easier, because it's the same thing eventually, or basically.
Violin. It's a name I'm not used to saying, so I'm having troubles remembering the name.
I will go with
The
violin.
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 All right. All right. Can I like kind of like hold on for a second, take the cloak over the violin, trying to kind of semi hide it.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. You kind of like muffle it under the cloak, and it's hidden.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. There's nothing on the list we need to complete now, is
No,
there?
you've done everything other than knocking over carts and whatnot.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go to the end. Let's go.
As you guys make your way to town, or downtown, I'm sorry. Eventually, the palace does come into. Well, I would say not palace. It's more of a small castle. Like it's brickwork. It's nice, but it's not a palace. Um, Eventually, you do come up to the Dragon Turtle Inn. Um, Let me read this to you. This is actually part of the story. This is a description of Dragon Turtle Inn. The Dragon Turtle Inn is a salt encrusted stone edifice near the docks. Although it is not outwardly inviting, the inn is well known amongst travelers as the best place to get a good ale on the island. Inside is a huge fire that roars in a semicircular hearth, decorated with ivory and steel. The circular bar in the middle of the inn is mannered by a pair of lanky, fair haired twins whose bushy beards sweep the counter as they dispatch drinks to the locals. You are at the Dragon Turtle Inn. What are you doing?
Like, let's see. Um, sorry, I'm trying to walk over my cats. Um, all right. Well, I guess I got to buy myself a room.
Yes. Ma goes, I don't have a room either, but I can get one. I've been staying on the ship, but I don't think it would be bad if I stayed here with you.
Well, I could stay the. Mm, there's people on the ship waiting for you and all that, right?
Well, I don't have to be back until tomorrow morning.
Are you sure?
I think so. They said be back tomorrow morning, you little douche.
I don't like those people.
I'm kidding. That's not what they said. No, I'm kidding. They said they said be back tomorrow morning.
Well, they say be back tomorrow morning, so sure. Let's share a room, I guess.
Okay. Um, do you want me to pay for it? You've done so much for me today. I didn't hear you. Do you want me to pay for it?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
I
Ma,
did actually technically. I did upgrade his equipment so much. So
yes, you did.
yes.
Yes, you did drastically. Ma will walk up to the counter and get the attention of one of the bearded women serving. Um, a very rich, dark, deep beard, washing the counter as she walks down it. Can I help you? Uh, He looks back at you and he holds up one finger or then two fingers.
One. I'll hold up one.
He goes, one room. She goes, one room.
So he doesn't feel us bad.
Yeah. She goes, one room. How many nights? He holds up one finger. Let me look at the prices of that. What is the price of the Dragon Turtle Inn? The price of the Dragon Turtle Inn is. It is 2 gold per night. Um, she says that'll be 2 gold. Maul reaches into his bag of money, basically, that he has, because you guys did do okay on a couple of the prices for supplies for the ship, and deals out more than enough money for what is needed. And she hands him back change. And she goes, it's the top of the stairs to the left. And he nods and just hops down off the counter, like the stool by the counter, hops down off of it, and comes back over to you. It's upstairs to the left, she said. I think that's what she said. But we've got a room for a night.
Okay, Ma. I noticed something. You want to learn something new?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's getting late at night. It's getting kind of late now.
Yes, you guys spent many hours out shopping.
Okay. Here, let's. I'm assuming we haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to order some food and all that shit and bring it upstairs to the room.
As you guys walk up the stairs, you walk past a giant, a very large, almost robot-looking man walking down the stairs. It's distracting. Like you've seen weird things. This is tops it. You've never seen one of these before. This would be equivalent to Joey's character Corvier. However,
oh my god! The heck is that? That's so freaking cool.
He doesn't say anything at all. He doesn't acknowledge you or Maul, and continues walking down the stairs. This is nothing new for Corvier.
What's that?
Oh, he's one of our shipmates.
Oh.
Yeah, he watches over one of the other guys here. He's around here somewhere. I don't know where. There's other ones too. I don't know where they're at though. They should be around here somewhere. I'll meet you. We can talk to him tomorrow. Maybe you can come with us.
All right. No other plans. Sure. I'm just wandering around aimlessly at this point. But here, let's go to the room and learn something new. We could cross that bridge tomorrow.
Okay. It'll be fun. A bunch of people died recently, so we have room for more people.
He said it so excited. Okay. Yeah, the longer the room that don't mind, yeah, that'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah. As you guys go up to the
I know how to sell, so I could be useful. It might take me.
I cook on the ship. As you guys are walking upstairs, he's getting the point and he's following you to the room. Eventually, you guys do go into your room. You open the door, and it's not extravagant, but this is a really nice room for the money you paid. It's way nicer than anything you've stayed in. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it better be for 2 fucking gold.
There's bookshelves. There is a lit fireplace. There is actual food in the room, ready, prepared.
Oh, yeah. What did I order food then?
Oddities and things of that nature. It's very nice. This isn't royalty, but it's a step below it. And Ma closes the door behind him. He goes, "What do you want to show me?"
To take your bag of money. I want to teach Small pretty much the thing of the value of coins. I notice he doesn't understand the value of stuff.
No, he does not. He does not understand the value of things.
So I'm going to spend the rest of the night when we're up trying to teach him the value of stuff so he won't get ripped off. Since I understand value because my background.
Okay. Ma is going to make a basic intelligence check to see how much of this he retains.
I'm assuming this is going to be work in progress.
He's going to roll this at advantage, though. He rolled an 18 advantage, so he kept most of it. So he did pretty well.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the concept of being ripped off. He understands the concept of being mean. Like, just somebody being mean to you. So if somebody, like, steal his money, he's like, oh, that person's mean. Not that they're a thief or anything like that. Just they're mean.
Oh, that's understandable. I was going to tell him, like, if somebody says 1 silver, you grab this coin right here. If 1 gold, you grab this coin right here, the exact amount of stuff.
Okay.
Teaching them math.
Gotcha. Cool. He retains most of it, and he'll do pretty well with it from this point on. However, it might require another session of training. But anyway, we're going to end it right there, my man.
Oh, yeah.